this.
Is that gonna work on your end, Mom?
If he can.
So we can't share it to the Facebook stream until you do.
Oh, no, no, no. You can go ahead and share it right now. I'm live.
Okay.
So you should be able to go to my ministry page and you'll be able to see the
She
live and
got
you'll
it.
be able to share it there. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Let me go in here and edit my audience. Edit audience. Friends. Excuse me. Let's see. Got one person watching. How you doing? And let's see. Let me go in here and Human Hunters Outdoors Ministries is live. Hey,
Must have been
Brian
here.
Parker.
Oh, Brian.
Ask him.
How you doing, Brian?
Can Brian hear okay?
How you doing, bro? All right.
Got some background noise. I just want to make sure it ain't coming through on that.
All right. Let's see.
Good.
Let me hit the share button. Brian says, yes, sir. All right. Let me share this out with some people. Let's see.
They coming through on
Wait.
y'all, man? I'm not what I'm talking about. What about you,
All
Mom?
right. KWA.
Are we live? Yeah, he's live. Yeah, but on
Wait.
back feet.
I'm about there.
Oh, okay.
Team Coon Hunters Outdoor Ministries. All right. Just sent out the show. I sent it to Messenger to a bunch of people. All right. So, live. All right, let me mute some of these. All right. And mute that one. Okay, cool. All right. How's everybody doing? What's going on, man? So, we got 3 people in here. Let's get 10 people. Josh
Okay.
O'Neill, what's up, my friend? Man, Josh O'Neill, stay tuned in for this one. This is going to be a really good one. You're going to love this one. Josh used to be the drummer for the country rap group Charlie Farley, and then he gave his life to Christ, and now he's a youth pastor up in, I think it's North Carolina, where you live now, Josh. So congratulations to Josh.
He's up here in our neck of the woods.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, he used to live in Arkansas and just moved like 2 weeks ago to North
Okay.
Carolina. Good to have you tuned in, Josh.
Deer hunts is going to be a little bit different.
There you go. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot different from Arkansas deer and South Carolina deer. A little bit different. All right, so I'm gonna pin your Facebook.
I'm having a hard time. Huh? It's
He said moved from Arkansas 2 months ago in Trinity. That's cool.
whereabouts, North Carolina, Eddie?
I think he said Trinity, unless he was talking about that's where he was from.
Okay.
Let's see. And all right, let me see. Let me post the link there. Trinity. Okay, that's cool, Josh. All right, so there's a link there. I'm gonna pin it on all my pages. Owner, inventor of the mag. So I'm live with James Reed. You are the owner and inventor of the mag deer feeder, and
Yes.
I met you at the Buckmasters Deer Expo in August, and had a great conversation with. We talked a long time. So tell everybody who you are, what you invented, and what you got in the background there.
Okay. I brought you favorite orange one.
Oh, I love that. Yes.
uh, my name's James Reed, and I actually invented this coon resistant feeder. Uh, Sort of a little bit of background on that. What triggered all this? We hunt a patch of woods called Pine Ridge. We've been there for about 30 years, and the name alone kind of tells you why you need a feeder. We got very limited food sources. We got few oak trees, few food plots we've been able to establish, and but still not nearly enough food source. So we've done like everybody else. We've used all kind of feeders, throwed it on the ground, different things like that. We really years back we was trying to get protein to our deer, trying to be as healthy as we could be with them, have as healthy as deer as possible. So the problem we run into is like everybody else. Coons was eating everything up. Some of the feeders we were using, the protein pellets were getting wet. Once they get wet, you know what that is. It's just mush. And so anyhow, we worked for years. I worked for years trying to come up with something that we could save a little bit of money on the food that we're spending and make sure that the deer were getting it. And uh, about 2017, about a month after my mother passed away, it come to me. I had sort of like I don't want to say vision. I guess maybe it was, but so I started drawing it down on paper. Played with that for a while, and probably 2.5 years ago, I guess, I actually built one out of fiberglass, chicken wire, plywood, metal conduit, pretty much a bunch of scraps. And anyway, wasn't pretty at all. But we set it up anyway and started running it. Seen it working really well. About a year later, we were still doing good. So done some research on patents and so forth. Got a patent lawyer, a whole 9 yards, and basically patent pending today. But there's a whole long process in between that. But that's just kind of the reason that you're seeing what you're seeing. The orange one that Jared likes behind us is we had it down in Alabama. Basically, it's an eye catcher. We haven't set one of these with this fluorescent orange in the woods yet, but we're going to. We've got all kind of different colors in the woods right now, but what we found is deer don't care what color it is. So that's just more expensive to make, Jared.
Yeah.
That's just kind
And,
of
and
real quick why we started it. Yep.
so Josh O'Neill wants to know. All right, let me go back in here. He says, "Where is he from? North Carolina, but what part of North Carolina?"
North Carolina, Granite Falls, North Carolina, right in between Hickory and Lenore, right at the base of Blowing Rock Mountain. I don't know if he's familiar with that. Uh, right there in the foothills, North Carolina.
That's awesome. So,
Yep.
okay, so this is a coon resistant deer feeder. Because anybody,
Yes.
I mean, I don't deer hunt like I used to. I got burned out on it, but I still like it. And I'll say this, like, let me go in here. So every deer hunter needs one of these deer feeders. Oh, we got 14 people. Y'all keep sharing. Every
Yeah.
deer hunter needs one of these. So Josh says I'm like 40 minutes north of Charlotte.
Okay. We
That's
can
cool.
definitely, yeah, we can definitely. That's that's within range. We can meet him or bring it to him. Right now, we do have shipping. However, it's because of the size of it, and it's pretty expensive to ship. So anybody that's within a few hours drive, we try to accommodate and get it to them so to avoid the shipping costs. We're not a
So
big
so
name. We're
talk
just we're a small group, small family owned. So we're not doing the quantities big enough to get the good shipping rates yet. Hopefully, we'll be there one day, but right now we're not. So
so talk about so it's a coon resistant deer feeder because
yes, sir.
I tried to send it to all my buddies at deer hunt and I hope my best friend Josh watches. But so these deer feeders are awesome because they're bear proof. You've even had a moose. I mean, not a moose, but what was it? Caribou eat out of it.
Elk. We had
Yeah,
some elk.
elk. I
Yeah,
knew it was one of those.
yeah. We
And
sort of a little background on that real quick. Just to tell you, this part of this is I want people to the testimony part of it, just what God's done to get us to where we're at. We started out with it being raccoon resistant. That was that was the goal. We seen that obviously deer were doing well with it. We were saving money with feed. We also had a purpose. Had a buddy of mine with some goats, and that was working really well. Another buddy of mine with ducks. So we set one up on a duck pond. We thought we were really doing something. So we go to the Dixie Deer Classic, and we get down there and basically got destroyed. I mean, everybody was talking about how bear were going to tear it up. And, we're kind of sitting there like, okay, well, you might be right. We didn't know the answer to that. So anyway, that triggered me to the more, if anybody, them guys that's on here watching that know me, they'll tell you. I'm gonna hit it head on. If it breaks, it breaks. We'll back up and do something else. But so anyway, we've got numerous feeders right now, bear country, getting video daily with bear on. It's not bear proof. I'm gonna call it bear tough. Bear can eat out of it. Obviously, you can see the gap. They can eat out of it, and they do eat out of it. And we feel like the reason that it's still standing when they get done is because they can eat out of it. If they can't get to something, they're going to tear it up till they can get to it. So anyway, so that true, that stimulated that, and we've had a lot of success. I've got guys right now that are using them and loving them because they can feed their deer. We actually got bear and deer eating, within minutes of each other. One leaving, another one coming in. So yeah, I won't call it bear proof. I won't call it bear tough because bear proof would be they can't get through it at all. And but anyway, to elaborate too, then we had some people saying that 140, 150 inch deer couldn't eat out of it. The rack was too big. So met some other people down at the Classic, Woodard Whitetails, Dustin, them guys, sent feeder with them. Also Alabama, where we met Jared, where Buck Creek, Michael down there, Buck Creek. So these guys have whitetails and elk, and so we got to talking, like sent me some video stuff, and they had some big elk out there, and I'm like, man, if one of them big suckers can eat out of it, then we ain't got to worry about whitetail. So sure enough, we got some. If you go to the website, you'll see right on the top, we got a big elk eating out of it. We got on down through there, there's like three of them around it. And I think one's eating out of it, another two, one's getting ready to come in on the other side. Then we got a bunch of cow elk on video, actual video eating out of it. So we took care of. We're hitting our goal is to address real problems that hunters face and trying to save money, not spending a fortune on feed. Feed's expensive. We want obviously deer or whatever it is you're trying to feed. We have seen you can feed other animals with it, but what we found out through all this, as far as the testimony part, I want to tell you, the bear thing, I didn't plan on that. When we started this, when I started building it, I had all I was trying to do is keep coons out, and God had a bigger plan with that. along with getting to where we're at right now. I started out trying to find people to manufacture this thing, trying to do get obviously a better way to make it than what I did, and I was calling thermoforming people, trying to find that was pretty much the consensus. Whenever had some engineers look at it about how to build it, I accidentally called a roto molding guy. And so it wasn't an accident. That's another way God intervened, I believe, because this guy put me on to, I'll call them the boys from Elkin. They know who they are. And they've been phenomenal, helping me build molds to where we can actually rotational mold this product. So I wanted to put that part in there. It's the testimony here. I could, we've only got an hour, but I could go, my family had a heart attack in January of this year on the side of a mountain, putting the feeder up, trying to get bear footage. Had to fly me out a helicopter on a tarp, Monica. It was funny. It wasn't funny at the time, but afterwards we got a joke about it. But so God has spared me for what I believe to be to promote this thing, to promote relationships. We've got a lot of stuff going on right now. I won't go in a lot of detail yet because we're still trying to get this to come together. But some nonprofit organizations, which is what I wanted Mag Outdoors to be, to basically support, to financially support that type of stuff, and we're actually getting a chance to do that a whole lot earlier than I thought. But he's got his hand in everything. I want to read this to you real quick. Just bear with me. I gotta get where I can see you right here. Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. I'm gonna stop right there. That's been the case with me pretty much my whole life. I've overlooked things that he prepared me for, and through this feeder, I've been able to see a lot of things more clear. Relationships that we've developed with the people we developed, meeting Jared down in Alabama, I got a whole list of names here that I can go down. Him giving us the opportunity to tell our story here, and on a podcast or whatnot. So, but then to finish it all off here, in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your path. I, there's no truer statement than that. We look at things, mistakes that we make, or we think they're mistakes. And at the time, it really may be a mistake, but he uses my mistakes to help me learn to see what I need to do for him. I can't tell you how important the relationships that we've developed with this thing, people working with us, the bond that we've created, just the sheer trust with each other. It's just it's remarkable what people are willing to do to help you get to where you want to get to. So I'm probably getting ready to ramble right there, Jared. So let's do the next thing. I'm pretty bad
All
to
right.
do that.
Well, that's cool. So Josh O'Neill wants to know how much one of your feeders are.
We got them on sale right now for $299.99. That does not include tax or shipping. So you have to add tax and shipping to that if it has. It's either one. Let me back up. It's either one in Charlotte.
Yes.
Okay, he wouldn't have any shipping on that. Yeah, I could get it. I could
Okay.
get him one. Yeah.
So Josh O'Neill says, we don't ever understand God's plan, but it's the greatest. That's why I'm in North Carolina today.
Awesome. I believe that in my whole heart. The plan the thing that I try to keep in mind, and I tell my family, my kids, I want the best for them. I want the very best, but what I want for them don't hold a candle with what God wants for them or what He wants for me. So, and what I found out is, and I'm not sitting here trying to act like a saint or anything like that because I'm not, but the more obedient that you are, and the more submissive to His will, the more things happen. I'll give you another example real quick. Back worked in plastics for years, and that job went away. And I had been coaching football at the high school for about 7 years, and got offered a job at the high school teaching. And just honestly, I love coaching, but I didn't want to teach. That's just wasn't something I wanted to do. This is the hardest thing I do is talking. I'm sitting here talking to a phone right now, but I know there's other people watching, and it's the hardest thing I do every day in front of a classroom full of kids. Uh, been doing it for a long time, and I still struggle with it. It's a challenge for me to make myself do that. And but what I found out is God wants you when you're out of your comfort zone, then he can do things through you that you can't do when you're just comfortable. Talking to people. That's not that I don't like talking to people. It's a hard thing to do because it's just something I didn't grow up doing. You just didn't do that kind of stuff. So me out of my comfort zone and doing things that once I realized that was His will, He's took care of us. I mean, our family has flourished. Our family, reunited, and one of the greatest miracles in my life is my family, and I thank Him every day for it. And He's done tremendous things. I've got our family's growing, prospering, and I feel like it's just not that there ain't hardships, not that there ain't obstacles. I'm not making light of any of that. There is there a Christian life or claiming to be a Christian. It's constant. Constant, especially this day and time. So it's really tough to get people to understand. It ain't a bed of roses, but knowing the eternity part of it and just seeing the miracles that He's worked. Just something simple. I think back Noah and Job and think about some of the stuff, and I look at this ain't nothing. Some of the stuff I've been through in my life ain't a drop in a bucket. These guys had faith beyond, unbelievable faith. But I see, and I'm like, the least little thing happens with it. And I'm like, gosh almighty, and my wife's always telling me God's got this. And she's right. He does. Anyway, I'm getting going again. Get me
All
something
right,
else, Jared.
so all right, check this out. All right, so I bought this shirt at the event. This is y'all's logo. I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but
I
it's
can't
Mag
see nothing but
Outdoors.
the family's watching it.
Okay, so it's Mag Outdoors. Genesis. Let's see. Hold
Oh
up.
yeah,
Genesis 27:3. That's the logo.
27-3.
Yep. And then on the back, that's the back right there. It says, "Now therefore, I I pray thee, thy weapons, my quiver, and thy bow, and go out to the field and take some venison." So that's an awesome verse. I put that on some of my wooden crosses that I make.
Awesome.
And y'all need to get your shirt. You can buy your shirt from the website. Tony says, "You got any 5X shirts?"
I don't have any right now, Tony, but I can get you some.
All right, there you go, Tony. So Tony, I gotta give a shout out to Tony. He runs Music Crush Monday, and then he runs Dip and Spit Outdoors. And Music Crush Monday is a Facebook page and he's got a website and stuff too, where he gets artists on his show to take over his Facebook on Mondays, and they play music, whether it's country music or Christian artists, and they play acoustic music. So I got to give a shout out to Music Crush Monday there.
There you
Um,
go.
so yeah, this is cool. Y'all need to buy your shirt. So we got 20 people in here, which is the most I've ever had watching. I had 26 earlier,
Awesome.
which is amazing. Everybody keep
Awesome.
sharing this. Share the live. Tag your grandma, your auntie, your redneck brother, your uncle. Tag them, tell them to come watch it. Um, so show people that deer feeder there what it does. And Josh O'Neill says once I locate me some hunting land up here, he's gonna order one.
Sounds good. That sounds good. Let me. Oh goodness.
I look. I want y'all to see this deer feeder. This is the finest deer feeder on the planet. And I've been to a lot of hunting expos, and I ain't never seen a deer feeder like this.
Basically, again, the design that we what I come up with is this can mount on a post, or what I like to do is mount it on trees. We'll cut the tree off. You're looking for like a 3.5 inch, obviously nominal, when you know in the woods. You got all different sizes, and the one you want is going to be bigger. So you can shave it down. The post or the tree actually, let me get it right here where you can see, goes up inside this feed tray right here, 16 inches. Okay. That's how you go to the website, you'll see Bear on top of it. The reason being is because it's supported, it's all the way up inside here. And it's very simple, put together. Matter of fact, we actually put them together. So when you get it, it's already together. But so if I want this gap wider and I want more feed to come down, I'm going to spin it counterclockwise. That's all you're doing is just spinning this hopper. This is opening the gap right here. If I got something fine or whatever and I want to slow it down, I come clockwise with it. Okay. You're on a 5/8 11 threaded rod. So you guys that are mechanically minded, that's not turning very much. You got to turn it quite a bit. So a lot of times when you see these Bear videos and you see a Bear up here turning it, he's not doing a lot of damage. Okay. He's got to turn and turn and turn. Most of them get aggravated when they go to spin and they kind of slide off of it. We got some really good video footage to see that. But real simple. This is the actual height that we like to set it up. It's 38 inches to the lip right here to the ground. And to fill it up, all you do is loosen up these wing nuts, spin it, pull the lid off. I didn't loosen it up enough. There we go. So you can see right here, I'm approximately 6 foot tall. Right here's the top of this. It's real easy access, pour and feed in. You just take your bag and pour it right in the top. This feeder will actually hold 180 pounds. We got it labeled as a 150-pound feeder, basically because that's the cubic inches of just this hopper right here. Everybody puts different amounts in the feed tray. So it will run a lot of different types of stuff. We run peanuts through it, protein pellets, corn, soybean, powdery material, Big and J, things of that nature, Lucky Buck. And really all you're doing, like I say, once you get whatever in there, you adjust it and then check your flow. Get your flow like you want it right there. So very thick material. We make this a 1/4 inch thick. I mean, it's pretty durable. Actually, there is a video that we made, one of the very first orders that we made. Had my wife Allison the video me hitting it with a 10-pound sledgehammer, the wall of this thing, and it is pretty daggone tough. So a lot of the feeders, I'm not going to sit on here and bash feeders, but a lot of feeders I bought in the past, one of the biggest things was they would split and crack where the legs come up in them. So put your weight that they say hold 225 pounds. It gets a little bit cold. They start splitting at the bottom. So
And why? You know why it splits at the bottom and all that other stuff? Because it's made in China. It's Chinese garbage.
Well, I didn't say it. You did. You said that.
Oh, it's China. I'm just being honest with you. It's Chinese crap. They might as well not even put. The way I look at it, they might as well not even put their name on it. They might as well put the name of the Chinese company that made it because they didn't make it. And that, to me, that's kind of deceitful. Tell them put your name on something that you didn't put your hands on and make yourself. I
agree 100%. Absolutely. We make these. The plastic portion is made right now in Siler City, which is about 2.5 hours east of here. The metal arm on the inside, we make that in Hidnite. I've got a good friend over there, another new relationship. He builds that for me, does an excellent job. We order all the parts from here, the bolts, the wing nuts, the threaded rod. All that is ordered here in the States. Some of it comes from Texas, some of it from Illinois.
Wow.
Yeah. We are actually currently looking at trying to build this ourselves. Like I said, I've gotten quite a few years experience. It was a completely different process in plastics, but the first 6 of these we built, a guy in Elkin, Jonesville area, in the middle of a cornfield. We built 6 of them. So uh, we're going to work towards building these ourselves, and it'll actually be a product that Mag Outdoors starts from the scratch, ground up, and builds all the way through. So
Wow, that's awesome.
we're not there yet, but we're working towards that, and that way we can help drive the cost of this thing down. We are running a sale right now with a $299.99. That's a 25% sale, so you know how much we had to have for it. And a lot of that reason, well, all the reason, is because it is so expensive to make right here in the States. So, but we have seen that we can, there's some certain things we can do to do this setup and make this product. And once we're able to do that, we can drive the cost way back down. So, and people have a good quality product.
So is
That's
it?
sort of that in a nutshell. And that's Jared's favorite one, the orange one right there.
I love that orange. I hate the color black. So me being a redneck, rednecks are attracted to hunter orange. I mean that's like this. That's like this Coon Hunters Outdoors Ministry shirt I got is orange. You know, I mean we're just attracted to cool colors like that.
That's right.
And another thing, it makes it. I mean, of course, deer are colorblind, and they'll still see the difference and stuff. But you can set that orange deer feeder right there, and it's easy for you to find. You ain't got to forget where you set it because there it is. You know,
We
and
actually just built these for display. We have it. I do have another one that we've talked about putting in the woods just to see if we could get deer eating out of it. And but we hadn't done that yet. But the deer don't care what color it is. We've got.
then
We
Alicia,
tried doing a camo. We've got a bunch of camo blend feeders that we built, and they eat out of them fine. They eat out of the black ones. I've seen deer eat out of people's stuff in people's houses that was fluorescent yellow. So I don't think they care what color it is. If it's food they want to eat, they're going to eat.
that's right.
Yeah.
And then Alicia says USA made, and
Yes,
then Cody Smith, that orange mag feeder is so awesome. Tristan Atkins, best feeder on the market. Awesome.
Thank y'all. Thank you.
So, okay, so tell everybody, what does MAG stand for?
MAG is actually an acronym for the initials of my family. The M stands for my daughter Maggie. The A is my wife Allison, and the G is my son Gavin. And
Wow.
yeah, that's where
That
we designed. We actually the logo. I don't know if you can see it on that or not, but oh yeah, right here. Thank you. I got people in the background pointing my shirt. So I messed for a long time with this logo, trying to come up with something that, if you know me in my family, what you know, everybody in my family's got a nickname. This feeder's actually named after my wife. This is the Al 150. My son's nicknamed Gator. My daughter's Brute. My son's wife, I've been calling her Ace. I don't think she really likes it real good, but anyway, everybody's got a nickname, and there's a it's not just random. It's there's meaning behind it, just like its logo. The triangle to me is the Trinity. You know, the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, and then obviously my family inside right there, and then outdoors. You know, I've been blessed since I was a kid, far back as I can remember. Anyway, my pa and my cousins took me hunting and fishing, and I've been fortunate through my whole life to be able to experience the outdoors and what God's provided. And so that's where the outdoors comes from. It's just I like being outside. Matter of fact, we're on my son and his wife's back screened in porch out here, just so we could hear the crickets out here.
That's awesome.
So anyway, and then obviously the Genesis 27:3 has a lot of meaning to it. And one reason I put it on our one of the brothers that we get to our boxes to package it in. Uh, Question come up, said, what's Genesis 27:3? And I said, exactly, look it up. And so he actually told his Sunday school class that, and they all look. He said it gave him cold chills because, you know, if somebody don't know what Genesis 27:3 means, most of your hunters are very curious and very they hate not knowing something. So they're gonna look it up, and so that means they looked at a Bible verse, and that you never know where that might lead to. That might be, more Bible verses down the road. Um, so everything about our company, our family company, logos, whatever it has meaning, very personal to me. They're my heart and soul, and good Lord has seen fit to bless me with them, and I'm very thankful they've supported me through all of this, been there every step of the way, all the ups, downs, so I can't thank God enough. I don't deserve it.
So
Yes, sir.
Teresa Conley says, "Proud of you, James. You made it. It's a great product. God bless."
God love you. I love you, girl. Thank you. That's
So
actually family. That's actually family right there. She's a little biased, I think.
that's okay.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll take it. I'll take it.
so on your feeder, of course, you have the logo. Do you have like Made in USA on the feeder, or like an American
Yes, sir.
flag, or?
Yes, sir. Basically, this right here says Mag Outdoors and the logo, and then below that, patent pending. Then you spin it around 180 degrees, and then it says IL 150 made in the USA. It's hard to see
Oh,
with the
that's awesome.
orange. Yeah, but you see a little better with the black. Uh,
That's
but
awesome.
yeah, yep.
Teresa says no bias, just the truth. So, you know, um, God has blessed you with creating a great product and getting it out there for everybody because, like, it's like I told you at the Deer Expo,
Mhm.
everything happens for a reason. Everything.
So,
Because I know, you was down and out about selling them, and
yeah.
like God had me meet you so you could come on here and share your testimony and talk about what God's done and your deer feeders. I mean, it's a 1-2 punch. Telling people about Jesus, how awesome He is, and telling them about the best deer feeder on the market.
Well, without him, I ain't nothing. Just go ahead and tell you, like I said, if sort of in our bio, I had to, I, I didn't have to, but my daughter-in-law and a friend of the family actually work on our Facebook page and our website, and I had to do a story about us or our story or something, and in the bio, you know, you don't want to drag everything out real long. So I basically had to try to encompass, and if I sit here and told you all the miracles that Jesus has performed in my life, it'd be a really, really thick book. And we don't have enough time to do all that. But I just want to tell you that I've seen it with my own eyes in my life. And one thing I about forgot about this. One thing I want to say too, though, to people that, um, are looking at your life right now and you're questioning maybe, why this or why that? What did I, there's nothing on accident. And it's amazing. I was just talking to my wife on the way over here. Hindsight's 2020, obviously. But I look at, I grew up on a hog farm. Uh, I worked in plastics. I worked in rigging steel. Uh, you know, I've shoveled hog poop, horse poop, been marred up in it, my knees, all the way to management. Where I don't care anything about wearing uh, collared shirts and stuff, but anyway, so. but every single thing I can look back in my life, and it has played a part in either me learning something new, me being able to put myself in an uncomfortable position like what I am right now, having to speak. Regardless, though, he's preparing me, and he still is. We're not done yet. As long as I got breath in me, I'm going to continue to work towards whatever he puts in front of me. Um, the preparation part of it can be as hard, I think, as you want to make it on yourself, or it can be as easy you want to make it on yourself. Obedience, like I said before, uh, I'm disobedient just like anybody else. I make, selfishness takes over, but I have to remind myself what I want for myself ain't nothing compared to what he wants from me. So I don't know if that helps anybody or not, but it's just something I try to keep. A lot of this stuff I'm saying, I say to myself. People probably think I'm crazy talking to myself a lot, but that's you have to tell yourself these things to remind yourself because the devil's strong, and you know, without prayer, and the thing I'm most thankful again. I'm gonna say my family. They're right here, off to the side over here. Uh, Making faces at me and stuff. So, very, very good support team. I'm gonna tell you, I couldn't do it without them. But how we doing, Jared?
We're doing pretty
Have we
good.
lost a
So,
bunch yet? As they turned us
oh
off.
no, we still got a good many. Let's see. Let's see. And trying to type something
Okay.
is Meg. All right, cool. So thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate it. Alicia says, "Can you feed me more than just elk and deer?" oh,
Yes.
she says,
We
"Can
got
you feed
goats.
more than just elk and deer?"
Yes. We got goats. You can set. You don't have to set this up at 38 inches. You can go. If you go on our website, you'll see some goats eating out of it. Ducks. It's pretty much how high you want to set it. This portion here, this part here, you do separate, like either on a tree or you can just buy a post. Excuse me, and you can determine where this is at height wise. Uh, the biggest thing is you need to allow. So, for example, like 38 inches, I want this 38 inches. So I'm going to cut my tree at 47, okay, because there's shaft going up inside here that you can't see. So um, it's basically if you want whatever height you want, basically you're going to add 9 inches to it. So if I want 38 here, I'm going to add 9 inches and go to 47, if that makes sense. You do the same thing no matter what height you want to go.
That's awesome.
We've actually got a guy right now in South Carolina. We've got a couple trying to keep wild hogs out of them. And then we got a couple that's actually feeding hogs. They want to actually feed them and hunt them. So we're going to have two different scenarios on that. We did try it with domestic hogs. That system didn't work out real well, but we had a completely different system rigged up here for mounting it for them. We wasn't real sure what to do on that, but the guy did. If you go look at our website, James Kaiser's his name. He talked about how tough the feeder was. The hog actually got it off the stand and kind of pinned it up in the cage right there in the fence and had it all crumpled up. And he thought it was ruined and set it out in the sun. About an hour or two later, it popped right back into place. And he said it's just nasty. He said, but it's still functional. So he's attesting to the toughness of it. If you want to read that review or whatnot. So
So it's TUFF tough.
TUFF tough. That was my wife's tough. Yeah, she said she liked the TUFF. So
I see
she
Brian
got it.
Parker says Brian's tagging Blake Parker. You ready to kill one off the mag this weekend? Blake Parker says love seeing you make mag bigger. It's going to be a great company, and he says he's going to bust him one.
Boy, good boy, good boy.
um, there's so many different brands of deer feeders out there.
Yes, sir.
Like I don't mind saying it, but a lot of it, like I said earlier, a lot of it's crap. A lot of it comes from China. They just stamp their name on it. So, and a lot of it is these big name brands. Because I watch a lot of hunting shows. I love hunting shows. Pursuit Channel, Sportsman Channel. Let's see, there's several different ones. The Outdoor Channel, and then you got the oh shoot, the one that Merrill Sport owns. Anyways, you got a bunch of different ones. I watch a lot of hunting channels, and of course, a lot of these shows they're sponsored by different deer feeders. But a lot of them, you just paying for a name. You just
Yes, sir.
paying for something that some these Chinese people in China they don't know what a deer looks like. They don't care. All they worry about is getting rich off us. And then another thing too is like the slave labor and the cheap materials they put in this stuff. It don't
Mhm.
last. I can name one brand that comes from the state that I live in that is owned by a big conglomerate company, and most of their stuff. Now, I will say this: some of their stuff they'll actually have it. It'll say made in the USA, but the majority of it comes straight from China, and I can promise you it will not last as long as that deer feeder like right there will last. Because if it's metal, it rusts. That you ain't got to worry about it rusting.
Yeah. It, to sort of tag on to what you well, something I didn't speak about earlier. We're also again everything that we do with this thing, we try to address what issues hunters are actually dealing with, and obviously this is plastic. So one of the big things with plastic feeders is squirrels chewing through them, and this feeder is no different. It's plastic right now, and they can chew through it. However, we are working on a blend right now uh, that the next samples that we run, we're going to actually put it in every single part of this feeder. We've actually got that product right now blended in some lids that we've been testing. And so far, knock on wood, thank the Lord that it's working and the squirrels haven't chewed through it. We want to keep testing that before we come out and we say chew proof. We want to make sure that that blend, that formula works before we bring that out. But the reason I say that is, again, we're trying to address things that the blue collar, I say blue collar hunters, we've actually had some people buy these things and just set them up so they can watch deer eat. They don't shoot them or anything like that. They're just watching, the deer eat. Aesthetically, it looks a little better than big four legs or tripod legs sitting out in the back of somebody's yard. So, uh, uh, anyway, they're not shooting anything. They just like to sit and watch the deer eat, and the coons ain't eating all their feet up. They've been throwing it on the ground and spending money like crazy. And you can put your 150 pounds in this, you'll be surprised how long it'll last. You keep coons out of it, it lasts. Even with squirrels, we have squirrels that can jump up in here. Deer hunters, most of them could care less. I don't care about squirrels. I'm kind of like squirrels, how these guys that are dealing with bear are about coons. When I started talking to them about being coon resistant, they were like, so, what about bear? If a bear destroys it, what does it matter what a coon does? And I'm like, well, I didn't think of it that way, but I kind of feel the same way about a squirrel, as long as the squirrel ain't gnawing it up, and we're working on that. We're trying to address actual issues that people deal with. I bought all the plastic feeders at Walmart. I've done all that. Even some of your bigger names, like you were speaking of, had some of them. And same thing happens to them, happens to all of them. They shoot through them. So um, we are,
so
go ahead.
so Mike Smith has a question.
Okay.
How long did it take to build your prototype, and what did you use?
Um, it took about 4.5 months. Um, I actually used plywood, chicken wire, some metal conduit. I've actually still got the prototype. We would have brought it over here, but the thing's so heavy it's heavy. Probably about 4 gallons of fiberglass. It's ugly. Matter of fact, my daughter-in-law's putting the video. I think she's going to put that video back on our website so people can see the actual first one I built. And you can actually, one of that video that we're talking about has got a coon climbing up trying to get in it and falls off. And so, yeah, about 4.5 months and a lot of beating and banging, tearing stuff up, trying to get it where I wanted it. It's not pretty. I'm gonna forewarn you, it's not pretty. But once you see it, you'll realize the similarities. There are some changes, just because this is rotational molded, and to build it exactly the way I built the first prototype, I would have had to inject mold it to get those type features, and that was way out of my price range. I'm a school teacher. It took me about 3.5, 4 months salary to build the molds of this thing. So to still be married is a testament to my wife and how supportive she is. That tells you, it's not cheap. So
So
we had to
Cody,
try to make sure we had it exactly the way we want it, because once you build the molds and that's it. Everyone you make is going to look like that. So when you spend that money, you want it to be what you want. So
so
and that's
Cody
hard
Smith
because
says, yeah,
go
Cody
ahead.
says, I've seen a giant elk eating out of it. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Drew Blake says, great product made by an even better person. And then Brian Parker says, I can run mines 25 to 30 days on 150 pounds of corn with a dozen or more visits a day from multiple deer versus dumping 300 pounds of corn on the ground and it being gone in 3 to 4 days due to the raccoons and turkeys cleaning it up. That man, that'll speak right there.
Yeah. And that's those kind of testimonies is what we were after. I ain't a good salesman. You could tell that already. I was, I wanted to speak for itself, and those kind of testimonies are, uh, that's big. When you got people telling you that, that makes you proud of what you done. And we are
So
very proud, but we're very thankful as well.
Tristan asked, what's been your favorite part of the process? And then Blake says, I know it's crazy. James is an awesome person and designed the best deer feeder I've seen. Cool.
What was the other question? I didn't hear the question. I'm sorry.
It says, Tristan says, what's been your favorite part of the process?
Uh, that would. uh, I guess I'd have to say the favorite part is all the relationships that I've developed, um, with the people that we've come in contact with. Um, I've got. I mean, literally, I could probably talk to you 10 minutes or better on the people that we, whether it be at a deer show or just somebody buying the feeder or whatever. All the people that have these, I still, we try to stay in communication, and obviously at some point that's going to get to where the bigger number is hard to do, but a lot of these people have took it and tested it, and give me feedback, on their stuff. But we've developed a lot of relationships that wouldn't have been otherwise. That wouldn't have been an option. So
And
met these people. Go ahead.
yeah, Ricky says I love my mag feeder. Drew Blake says I can second that. So, something else that come from this is you get to open up a conversation about Jesus. You get to say, hey,
Absolutely.
I make this great product about deer hunting, but let me tell you about somebody else
Mm-hmm.
who has something awesome for you, and here's your awesome gift,
Yep.
and this gift is from Jesus Christ.
Well, like I said in the beginning, that's the ultimate. That's what it's all about anyway. Because like I told you, the path that he's laid out or that these things that's happened. I mean, my wife, she'll just look at me sometimes and smile, and she'll say, and I'll be, well, what are you smiling about? And she says, he's got this, and and it's the truth. I mean, you know, it, it's just amazing to me at what he does and how he creates situations, how he prepare what he uses to prepare us, and those relationships. What you was talking about, each person that I've met, once they've been around me for just a little bit, my family, whatever, I hope and pray that they know who my Lord and Savior is, and if they have any question about it, hopefully we can get that figured out for them real quick.
Amen. Drew Blake, Jesus is King. That is exactly right. Drew Blake says we have 4 at Guiding Eyes Outdoors. No other feeder companies. The feed control feature on this feeder is unparalleled in the industry. And that's something else. How many people can say that they got a deer feeder where you can control it like that? Because most of them, they run a battery, and the battery's
Yeah,
going to die eventually, unless you redneck rich and got a solar panel, and then you got the little feed thing that spins and slings it out there. And of course, when it
yeah,
spins, it's going to make noise and spook the
yeah,
deer. And
yeah. And them bear don't like them solar panels. Just go ahead and tell you.
oh, I'm sure they'll destroy that because them
They will.
bear. Ooh,
You got to put your cameras in metal boxes, or them cameras are getting destroyed too.
oh gosh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well,
It's go ahead.
yeah, that's a great product, and I encourage everybody. So, all right, so let me make sure I got this right. Let's see. All right, so let me go to here to the banners. So I got these banners that scroll across,
Okay.
and then the cool thing about these banners. So let's see. Let me scroll. Let's see. It's quakeradio.com. Let's see. Let me go to. All right, so there's the website scrolling across the screen there, magfeeders.com. If anybody's interested in buying one, go to tell him Jared sent you. Tell him you seen it on the show, or you saw it at one of the hunting expos, and then also like the Facebook because they're new Facebook. So be sure to like them, like the Facebook, and check out the YouTube also. Like if you
Yeah.
go to the YouTube, there's like I got it pulled up, or I did have it pulled up, but you can go there and you can see all kinds of videos of deer, turkeys. I mean, anything just eating out of it. You see the bear videos. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're actually we've got some hunts lined up coming up this season. We're actually going to have some, hopefully, have you some live footage on some actual hunts. That's the plan coming up this deer season. So that'll be new for us. I'm not we've not really done any kind of videoing as far as actual hunts. So I've got some professionals that y'all know who you are. That's going to be ramrodding that. So. But yeah, we're hoping to get people a lot of different footage to see, and the more obviously the more people that use it, they can talk about it and their experience. The biggest surprise I think people have, just like the one you just talked about earlier, used to throw 300 pounds out, now 150 pounds lasting. That's the biggest surprise to people is how long the feed lasts. And it's a combination of things. Obviously you don't have the coons eating all the extra feed, but the other thing is when you can control this flow right here and make it a little bit restricted, there's feed that just barely trickles down, so they have to work just a little bit for it. We've got some footage on the website. I'm pretty sure some of those videos on there. You can see they have to work at it a little bit. So
And
they're
Cody
still getting
says,
feed. Yeah,
yeah, Cody says their Instagram has some really cool photos. B2 Farms in the building. Shout out B2 Farms.
yeah,
We got tons of pictures every day of deer, turkeys on the ground, clean up, and not one raccoon. That's cool. Blake
Awesome.
Parker says, I'm going to be the first person to kill a deer off the mag feeders this year. B2 Farm says, I'd take that challenge.
I like it. I like it. We're creating competition. I'm all about competition.
Hey, if any of y'all in Alabama, you don't want any coons, we'll gladly come. We'll gladly come eradicate your coons at Cooners
There you
Outdoors
go.
Ministries. Whack 'em and stack 'em, as Phil Robertson says.
There you go. I like it. I like it.
Brian says, Blake Parker, I'm not going to wake you up and go kill it myself.
Got a little war started between them already, ain't they?
That's funny. Blake says, take a bet. Um, so while we got everybody on here, y'all be sure, and I don't have the link on me handy. I'll have to get it. But if you go on YouTube, of course, subscribe to their YouTube, and then subscribe to me on Cooners Outdoors Ministries. I got a lot of coon hunts on there. I've got squirrel hunt on there. I've got I don't think I got any fishing videos on there yet, but I got a lot of concerts. I go to a lot of Christian concerts, and then I work with a Christian radio station. All you people that's listening, if you want a good Christian radio station that plays the stuff that K-Love don't play, then we're a good station. So I got to give a shout out to Jason Katz. He was watching. I guess he still is. But the name of the radio station is Quake RYC Praise News, where music is therapy. And Quake stands for King Without a Crown every day, and with a K. And so that's cool. And we play in the mornings, we play your worship music. And then during the day, we play your your underground Christian rap music like ASAP Preach, Redeemed, a lot of good artists. And then we play your Christian rock music like Skillet, David Patacone, Striper, a lot of these different. So if anybody wants some good Christian radio station, we have a YouTube also, just type Quake Radio. But it's free to listen to 24/7.
Awesome.
And then there, yes, Monica Barlow Reed just posted your youtube.com/mag outdoors. There we go. And y'all can go to the App Store. If you got Google or Apple, you can go in there and, be sure and give Cooners Outdoors Ministries a like too. But you can go in the App Store and just type in Live 365, and it's a radio station app. They got a website. You can listen also, and you can search any kind of radio station in the world. If you want to listen to country music, it'll pull up all these country music stations on there. But if you type in Quake Radio, you can find us on there. And one of our slogans, our main slogan is being a beacon of light in the darkness. And, this is so true nowadays because we have all this darkness surrounding us. We got the presidential election coming up. We got a bunch of evil people out there doing this, doing that. And we need to be a beacon of light in the darkness. So it's not just for the radio station, just for everybody in general. We need to be a beacon of light in the darkness. We need to tell people about Jesus more now than ever.
Very much so. It's people need to hear it. I need to hear it. We all need to hear it. It ain't just for he has provided the best gift that we could ever have, and that's salvation. And I think for me, I've been saved for a lot of years, but I'm a sinner. I have to ask for forgiveness every day. So I ask him forget because I catch myself doing something. I'm like, what are you doing? But thank God he is a forgiving God, and we need that. Our country needs that. We all need it, and how we treat other people. I feel like is obviously I'm not a good speaker. Y'all can tell that already by now, but how we treat people and what we do for people, I think speaks volumes, speaks that louder than any words that we can say. So sometimes just a helping hand or whatever. See somebody in need, and it seems like I see it some. I like to see a lot more of it. People helping other people. get back to my kids that I teach in school, call me old school, stuff that I say don't exist anymore, stuff like that. But I like old school, it's, I kind of feel like people look out for each other and there for each other, and that means the world. And you find Jesus in each other that way. So, what else you
Man,
got,
that's
Jared?
awesome. So, all right.
Everybody's
So
sleeping.
I got something cool for you next.
All right.
No, we got 20 people in here. I've never
Really?
ever. I've been doing this. This is episode 55. So I've done 55 of these, and I've
Yeah.
never had this many people watching this show. I appreciate all you people that watch it, all you people that share it. It means a lot to me because I'm just a broke redneck from South Alabama. So this is pretty cool to have 20 people
I'm
watching
right there with you. I
watching
just
my
think
little old
South
show.
Alabama.
Yeah, because I mean, we as but look, like I'm so broke I go broke in my dreams, right? That's bad.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I
Let's
ain't gonna
see.
lie to you.
Let's see. All right, so let me.
I tell you, we sure appreciate you inviting us to come on. I had a blast meeting you in Alabama, and I don't know if we ever told you the story or not, but me and my wife, we discussed this on the way too. Right when you came up, actually right after you left, I had a guy come up and, actually you were still there, wasn't you? When the guy
Yeah,
come
may have
up and
been.
it was real irate and real about the bear, wasn't you still there?
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Well, me and my wife talked about how God sent you right before all that to help get me in a different mindset, because on any other day I may have blown a gasket.
Oh
It's
look.
like you're my angel right there to kind of help keep me tame right there.
Oh, let me tell you, I witnessed this guy come up there get
Yeah.
mad, and he started bashing it. Oh, the Bears would destroy it. The Bears would do this. The Bears
Yeah.
would do that. And I ain't gonna lie, that took a lot for you not to just slap the taste out of him and say, you need Jesus because my goodness, people are stupid. And this guy kept going on and on. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And then what happened? Come across this TV screen there of the bear messing with the feeder,
Yeah.
and it's like this guy was still stupid and couldn't believe it. I'm like, really?
Yeah, we were talking about that too. I said God sent Jared sort of get me in the right mindset to be able to handle that situation like it needed to be.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
So I just posted a link to the radio station. If anybody wants to donate to the radio station, we're a small online station. Jason Katz is the owner. He lives up north in Illinois, and I live down south in Alabama. Maybe one day it'll be a FM station, but
Yeah.
we proudly support mag feeders over here at the radio station, and of course my ministry does too. And Drew Blake's mag feeders, Cody Smith mag feeders goes down as the most viewed podcast. Let's go. Thanks, Cooners. You're welcome. Drew Blake. The best one is the bear with all fours clutching the feeder completely off the ground.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a really good one.
Yeah.
All right, so
That right there kind of sort of satisfied me to let my wife call it bear tough after that.
so look, what really needs to happen, we need to somehow go to Nacogdoches, Texas, and get one of these in Chuck Norris's hands. And even though he's 80 something years old, I'm a huge Chuck Norris fan, so I want to see Chuck Norris roundhouse kick one of these things and tell everybody how awesome it is.
Well, I tell you what, if you can line that up, I'll be eternally grateful to you.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. If I ever meet Chuck Norris, which I mean he's getting older, so I probably won't ever get to meet him. But if I ever meet him, I'm gonna nerd out. I'm gonna be like the little kid getting a new toy for Christmas. I'm gonna be shaking. It's like, oh, it's Chuck Norris. So like Did
Be
you
like a kid in the
know?
candy store. Don't know how many. You don't know what to grab first.
Yes. So
Yeah.
did you know that Chuck Norris can make a slinky go upstairs?
No, I didn't.
they, s- they say, you'll appreciate this one. They say Chuck Norris killed his
Oh,
first deer at 300 yards with a pocket knife in a hurricane.
that's what I'm talking about.
In a hurricane with a pocket knife. Wow. Um, the one of the best ones is crop circles are Chuck Norris's way of telling the world that sometimes corn needs to lie down.
That's pretty good.
I wish that was a true story. I would pay to
Yeah.
see that. All right, so I'm gonna do one more thing before
Okay.
we get off the show here. Chuck
Okay.
Norris doesn't stand a chance to get some bag feeder. So I
I
got I
like
got a bunch of.
it.
If Chuck Norris could, if somebody knows Chuck Norris personally, knows his manager or whoever, his wife, whoever, because I mean, I already drink his Seaforce water, which is the best water you'll ever. Like, if we could get a hold of him and get him to show how awesome this deer feeder is, and say it's Chuck, because he already did it to the Japanese Tacoma. Like, he went to the Total Tacoma and he had a Chuck Norris edition. So why not do it to mag feeders?
Well, I'll tell you what, I probably won't hold my breath on
Yeah,
that.
yeah. The day that happens is the day pigs fly. Ain't no
Yeah.
pigs gonna be flying.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna play a song for you. So, what kind of music you listen to?
Mainly country.
All right, so I listen to a lot of country. I listen to gospel.
Hmm.
I listen to a lot of country rap. I listen to southern rock, but mostly what I listen to is Christian rap music, Christian rock, and then country. And that's the three main ones I listen to. And there's a Christian rock singer that I have. He's been on my show twice. He's super awesome. His name is David Pataconi. And
Okay.
for those that's watching, we're taking prayer requests, by the way. If you would pray for David, he's been going through a lot of health problems. He's had surgery recently, and uh, pray for him and pray for his finances. What him and his family's going through. So he does. His music is out of this world,
Hmm.
and I'm going to see if I can find. Yeah, I got one. I got one of his albums right here. So actually, I got all three of them. So this is I collect CDs.
Hmm.
CDs are the best because you can get them autographed. So this is his new album. It's called Lamentations, and it's got the 3D colors, the real cool neon colors. That's the style of music he does. And then he autographed the inside. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but he autographed the inside in gold, which is cool. And then I ain't got the CD in there. I got it in my thing, but yeah, that's cool. He's a big. So his music, if you like electronic style music, he mixes electronic with synthesizers and stuff like that. He mixes it with rock music. And I'm gonna play you one of these songs and listen close to the words.
Okay.
And I want everybody watching to tell me what you think. But I think it's gonna be off of this album, if I'm not mistaken. And this is one of his previous albums, a self-titled album. But the song is called "To Follow Our Own," and y'all tell me what you think. I think it is perfect song for what we're going through in today's times.
In a moment we have strayed away, lost the path we were on today, and I say
Is it playing, Jerry?
Yes.
Okay, I can't hear it. I didn't know.
the dark and it turns
Oh, okay.
gray.
Oh, that's okay. Keep going.
And it's on the way.
All right.
They say it's dry. And now we're lost in the moment of our own will. Fear surrounding like a tidal wave. Who will we turn to in this circumstance? Who can we trust? Only the sinless one who came to save. In your victory, I'm now. All the darkness pushed away by you. I'm free. Remain. The weight of sin placed upon your wounds. My guilt and shame laid inside the tomb on the day you paid. Now we're lost in the moment of our own will. Fear surrounding like a tidal wave. Who will we turn to in this circumstance? Who can we trust? Only the sinless
That's good stuff right there.
to save. Now we're lost in the moment of our own will. Fear surrounding like a tidal wave. Who will we turn to in this circumstance? Who can we trust? Only the sinless one who came to save. And now we're lost in the moment of our own will. Fear surrounding like a tidal wave. Who will we turn to in this circumstance? Who can we trust? Only the sinless one who came to save.
All right. Let me pause that. So, what does everybody think about that song?
I like it. I
All right.
like
So
it.
you did get to hear it.
Yeah, they brought me over. I was able to listen to it on another phone. I just couldn't hear it over this one.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So when it says now we're lost in the moment. Who can we trust? Only the sinless one who come to save. Man, that is powerful. And look at that. Melissa says we're all broke rednecks, but we got God. Ain't that right?
Yeah.
That is the truth. That song speaks volumes.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to look up David's music, you can buy these CDs and get them autographed. You can buy them at Bandcamp is the name of the website. And
Say
then
that
on the
website again. I'm sorry, say that website again.
Bandcamp. And when you go to Bandcamp, you just type in David Patacone. I think he's got a website too. Yeah, davidpatacone.com is his website. You can buy CDs, you can buy merch from him. And Cody says there's nothing better than God, family, and a mag feeder. Amen. He's got a YouTube. You can look him up on Facebook, David Patacone. But add him to y'all's prayer list. He's been going through a lot with health problems. And then this is his new album. Y'all need to buy this. It's called Lamentations, which is really cool. And so he put, let's see, Psalm 34. If anybody wants to look that up, Psalm 34 is what he put when he autographed it. So you can't get a digital stream autograph. That's why I like CDs so much better. And you can read the thank yous. Yes, you can look it up on iTunes. Type in David Patacone. His album Lamentations is on there, which is his new one, his self-titled album. And then his other one, I've got it right here too. Let's see if I can find it. So his other one is called Modern Psalms, which is pretty cool. And if anybody's looking to book him for a show, he's got, and that's one of his cool. He's real big in the neon colors. neon, like 80s. It sounds like 80s music. Like you go to a skate rink and the disco lights and colors. That's what his music sounds like. But it's all Jesus music, which is cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, look, I appreciate everybody watching. Wow, we got 13 people in here, which is amazing for over an hour. So, y'all subscribe to his YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube, Coon Hunters Outdoors Ministries. I got a bunch of coon hunts on there. Leave some comments. So one cool thing. So I'm a social media nerd. I could do this for a living if I could find a way to make a living at it. But like on YouTube, when you go to YouTube, not only subscribe to his page and my page, but you want to click where it says subscribe. You click that bell, and the reason why that bell's there, you will click the where it says receive all, and B2 Farms. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continuously be in my mouth. Yes, that's it. Thank you, thank you, thank you for posting that. That is the verse that David uses for all his music. He's really cool. He's actually in another band also. His sister Monica So, they have a band called Theo Terran, and he's actually in the band with her, and they're kind of the same music, and she's got a beautiful voice. So y'all be sure and go check out Theo Terran also is the other band he's in. But yeah, like when you hit that bell on there, you click receive all, and it sends you a notification every time some that page posts a video. And then that's really cool because I do that to a lot of pages because I may not see their stuff. I may not think to look at their stuff, but if I get a notification, hey, so and so, because I do that with all these artists I listen to. That way I won't miss a video they post. And it sends it to my phone and say, here's a notification. Well, Facebook has a new feature, which is cool. When you go follow a page, like when you go to Coon Hunters Outdoors Ministries, in fact, I'll show you. All right, so let me turn my camera around and I'll show you real quick before we end the show here. All right, so let me go to settings, camera, facing front, facing back. Okay. So I got both my Facebooks pulled up on the computer here. That way I can watch the comments. And so let me go to, I got the Facebook app pulled up, which is cool. You can download the Facebook app for phone. Make sure my lens is clean here so you can see it. All right, so let me back out of the video here. And they got this cool feature, so let me go to, let's just say Coon Hunters Outdoors Ministries. So I'll go there. And on the phone, obviously, it's going to look different. Of course, you click like, and then it gives you different options. But like, okay, so when you click like from your computer, and it does this on the phone also, it says content. You can click that where it says content. And then if you want to see everything that somebody posts, then you click standard right there. And when you click standard, it sends you a notification every time they post something, which is cool. Then you can click the back button. And then if you want to see when somebody posts a video, you go to video highlights, and then you'll turn on where it says all notifications. That way that's turned on. So every time they post a video, you'll get notified. And then also for lives, when you want to see when they go live, you click the one that says all notifications for live, and then that'll show you live. And then you just click update and it's set. And then like, for instance, I go to Mag. So let me go to Mag Outdoors. See Mag Feeders, Mag Outdoors. So I'll go in here to y'all's page there. And I've already got it set, but like I go in here, I got y'all set to where I receive something when y'all post.
Okay.
And then I got set the video. So every time y'all post a video to your Facebook, I'll see it. And then same thing for live. All right, so I just changed it to all notifications if y'all ever go live.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can also, like, you can turn this on where it says offers. Like if y'all ever post a special offer, you can turn that on and it will show when y'all post a special offer. Say y'all have a sale on feeders, it'll show it'll send me a link that y'all are got a sale on feeders. So let me turn this around. So that's just some general ideas to help y'all and help people that's watching to follow y'all's page, but they can go through, spam the like button. So he said if built different was a deer feeder. So I appreciate y'all coming on. Do you want to say a prayer to end the show out?
Absolutely. Dear Lord, I just want to thank you for this day. Lord, just thank you for this opportunity to share your blessings, Lord, that you have blessed our family with, Lord, and the opportunities that you've given us. Lord, I just thank you for another day. Thank you for another day to spend with my family. Thank you for the people that's been on this podcast, Lord, viewing. I hope you bless each and every one of them. Hopefully, something touched somebody. Lord, I just pray that each and every one has you as a savior, Lord. That's my goal, is try to reach as many people as we can reach. Lord, just thank you again for my family, Lord. I can't thank you enough for the blessings that you've given with them. Thank you for the relationships that we've developed with people throughout this process. Those relationships can't ever be replaced in my book. I tell you, it's just it's that has been some of the best parts about this. These people that I've met that no other way, and you provided that, and I thank you so much. Thank you for giving me a chance, Lord. January 2nd. I'm ready to see you when you're ready for me to come, but I really appreciate the time I've been able to spend with my family, my friends, and my new friends. Lord, I just thank you for all that. I ask that you give us the strength, the wisdom, and the courage to move forward from this day and keep you in our focus, your will, and your glory. Lord, just give us the strength and wisdom and courage to do those things that we need to do for you. Thank you so much for Jared inviting us on here. Lord, we just ask you to bless his friend. Lord, we just ask David, we ask you to lay your hands on him, provide what he needs in his family, Lord. Thank you so much. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. So one more quick thing. Did I ask you about, the question about Jesus?
I don't remember.
So what
Which
do you
one?
call Jesus working out?
I have no clue.
Jehovah Fitness. That's a
Jared, you're killing me, bud. You're killing me, man.
look. That's a knee slapper right there.
Yeah, you got me.
Dad joke of the day. Like, so
Yeah.
look, one of these days when I get rich, I'm gonna have me a gym, and this gym's gonna be called Jehovah Fitness. And when people walk in, the background of the gym is gonna be a picture of Jesus deadlifting.
I like it. That reminds me of you remember the T-shirts they had of him bench pressing the cross or the world on his shoulders? The
Yeah.
T-shirts. I see it. Yeah, that reminds me of that.
That's awesome.
Yep.
All right. Well, look, I appreciate y'all coming on. Thanks for watching, everybody. See y'all later. Y'all share this live out.
Thank you so much, Jared.
See ya.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Appreciate everybody that watched the show. Thank you, James. Oh, this is great. So y'all be sure to like my ministry, like the radio station, Quake Radio on Facebook. If you want to donate to the radio station, quakeradio.com. You can donate if you want to donate to my ministry. Send me a message. I can send you my Cash App or whatever. But y'all buy you some shirts and James there. So appreciate everybody. We'll see y'all later.
Thank you.